miss him and his gentleman way he conducted his life. We have lost a very special person. Well said. And from a student, I'll read that in a few minutes. Actually, here's another one. Bradley. I will miss you, Adam. You were a pleasure to work with. You were hardworking and honest. It was great to see you really get your act together, focusing on your career and your finances. You also had a quick, quirky sense of humor that I will miss. We lost you too soon. So some stories and memories that the family shared. So in 1999, about a year into their relationship, Adam and Marietta were out on the town over a weekend. Adam stated that he had very exciting news to share with Marietta. Marietta remembers feeling butterflies, excitement, and anticipation as if Adam was about to propose to her. After all, it was about a year at this point, enough for some men to make that big ask, right? As they were about to finish dinner, he made the big announcement. Marietta, I am so excited to tell you that I've won a contest at work and I've won a computer. At that moment, Marietta knew she was in love with a computer geek for sure. All is well, and of course, she did eventually receive that proposal. Adam loved comics, and as you've seen on the screens, our partner Life Celebration, and we worked together to create some tributes. And so you'll see lots of aspects of his life in these movie reviews. So from an early age, he loved comics, not necessarily collecting them, but reading them throughout his life. He loved Halloween, I'm told, and enjoyed a trip to Castle Blood in Pittsburgh. That's a haunted attraction out there. It was a big deal, and the family made it into quite a trip. Tim would get to see many landmarks while there, and Adam would get his thrill at the haunted attraction of Castle Blood. This was about 5 or 6 years ago, for context. He loved motorcycles. In his earlier years, he owned one, but when Tim was born, he did the right thing, frankly, and gave up the sport, both for safety. He had more important things to live for and people to live for at that point. And, of course, for the cash to raise a family. He did the right thing. Good move, Adam. He also enjoyed watching Perry Mason and Judge Judy, going for walks, spending time with family, and shopping with Marietta. He was also a member of the Upper Saucon Lions Club, again, giving back. For those of you who don't know much about Lions or Rotary or other such service clubs, they are all about giving back. I'm a member of a Rotary Club as well, and service clubs do tremendous things for our community. Adam was one of those people. Adam served our country in the Army during peacetime from 1990 to 1996. He received an award during his time in the service in Italy, where he worked on Chinook helicopters as a mechanic. At one point, Adam actually got to fire a machine gun. I think we have a picture of him doing so over on that table. Take a look at it. Now, isn't it something today to know this gentle and giving man and compare him to his time in service shooting a machine gun? It's kind of a disconnect, isn't it? But again, giving back, in this case, for our freedom. As you're probably aware, Adam was a walking coach for LLS, or Leukemia Lymphoma Society. He encouraged, empowered, and trained those training for marathons, where they would raise money for the worthy cause. Finding matching donors, finishing the race, reminding participants of the why was all part of his job. I asked Kathy and Marietta, why did he do this? What was his why? If you know Adam, it's just how he was, wasn't he? Always giving back, helping others. As his obituary states, he will be remembered for his kindness, honesty, positive attitude, and stubbornness, as well as his sense of humor, willingness to help anyone, training folks to raise money for those afflicted by cancer. It doesn't get any more selfless than that. But it was because of his knowledge, attitude, and determination that Adam himself would be able to fight and frankly beat his own battle with cancer just about a year ago. After years of coaching others, Adam was diagnosed with myeloma. It started with a lump in his neck. After some encouragement from his wife and mother, most of us men need this encouragement to go to the doctor, don't we? He went to his doctor, and it was determined that 2 vertebrae would need removing to tackle the cancer. They were replaced with rods. For most, cancer or surgery like this might be life-ending, wouldn't it? The will to fight, the struggles that cancer brings, it's just too much for most to bear. For Adam, It was his own experience helping others fight cancer that became his own medicine and power to persevere. His passing a few weeks ago was not due to cancer, but due to something else entirely. I'm reminded at this point of the poem entitled Attitude, which I read to folks only when I hear of a person who embraces this term so rarely followed. It goes like this. The longer I live, the more I realize the impact of attitude on life. Attitude to me is more important than facts. It is more important than the past, than education, than money, than circumstances, than failures, than success, than what other people think or say or do. It is more important than appearance, giftedness, or skill. It will make or break a company, a church, a home. The remarkable thing is we have a choice every day regarding the attitude we will embrace for that day. We cannot change our past. We cannot change the fact that people will act in a certain way. We cannot change the inevitable. The only thing we can do is play on the one string we have, and that is our attitude. I am convinced that life is 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react to it. And so it is with you. We are in charge of our attitudes. Have you heard that? Powerful? Powerful stuff. I went a little out of order with my words here. I got that. So, folks, that is a little bit of Adam's life story, and I'd like to invite others to share. Tim and his very good friend, Arlene Levine, are going to share. Who would like to go first? Tim? All right. You got this, my friend.
So as you all know, my name's Tim. I'm his son. So as Matt kind of said, it's a celebration of his life, so we shouldn't look at this as anything sad. The memories we all have. I see coworkers, friends, family, even some unaffiliated from friends, family, even just for me. He was my father. I remember all the memories. Baseball, soccer, and of course the dreaded driving. All those long drives going, stop, stop, stop! That's all I got. That's good.
His memories. It's not working.
It's not, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we're good, we're good. Hi, I'm Arlene, and I was
talking to
I'm so sure. Okay. I'm Arlene, and I'm a walking coach. I was a walking coach with Adam for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. I met Adam in 2009, and they flew us to Florida to get our certification so that we could coach. When we came back, Adam and I went with a team of cancer survivors and people who just wanted to donate to the cause to raise money for leukemia and lymphoma. We met every Saturday morning in Lehigh Parkway, and Adam would stock his trunk of his car with water, Gatorade, and power bars. But when our practice was over, Adam would say, he called me Cap. That was my name, Cap. And I was also known as his Jewish mother. And when Timmy used to call me that, and Adam always called me. So when practice was over, Adam would say, Cap, let's go to the Entenmann's thrift shop and buy some goodies for Marietta and Timothy. And here we were doing all this healthy stuff and training, and nobody knew we were at And it's nice to see out in the audience here so many people that train with us. And Maria was here, she just left, and Carol and Bob and Diane and Marnie and Zephyr and Lynn and so many more, and I hope I didn't miss anybody, but we all trained every Saturday. And our goal was to cross the finish line, and we did. We crossed several times the Lehigh Valley Half Marathon. We crossed the Disney Half Marathon, the Disney Full Marathon. We crossed the, down in Philly, the Philly Half Marathon and the Philly Full Marathon. Adam even wheeled somebody in a wheelchair to cross the marathon. And Adam loved the Coopersburg Marathon, the 5K. And every year from the day the Coopersburg 5K started, Adam had to be there. And he was very proud of the fact that he was in every single one of the races. But one time, I think when he was going through chemo, he was a spectator, he didn't run. But he was so proud, he goes, Arlene, I'm doing it again. Hey, Kat, I'm doing it again. And in matter of fact, when it first started, Adam and I had a table for team and training, and we were selling some things and getting people on board to come join our team. And one of the exciting things that I remember when we crossed the finish line one of the times, we were 13 people holding hands. We crossed the finish line together, and they took a picture, and it was such a fabulous picture of all 13 of us crossing that their team and training used it for their publicity to get more and more people to join us in team. And once team and training kind of went by the wayside, Adam and I kept walking. We walked every Saturday, and we did until COVID hit, and then Kathy joined, and I stopped walking when COVID hit, because my family were very COVID crazy. But anyway, Adam and I, after team and training ended, we did the Ironton Rail Trail, we did Lehigh Parkway, we did Saucon Rail Trail, we did the D&L Trail. Adam loved to do different trails, and he loved taking pictures, and he would take pictures of, God knows what he'd see. He'd see a deer up in the corner, he'd see a bird, he'd see a tree that looked nice, and he was always taking pictures. But the one story that I remember, and Kathy and I were just talking about it, I think we were on the D&L Trail, and we're walking and we're talking, and all of a sudden, a plethora of geese, 100 geese, fly over our head and drop dead in front of us. And Adam and I are looking like, what the heck? And I go, oh my God, Adam, where'd they come from? So Adam, who loves to take pictures, said, I'm going to take a picture. So he walked gingerly over to what he thought was a dead goose. And he goes to take a picture, but the goose was still alive. Jumps up, goes across his head, and flies away. But the rest of them were still on the ground. But Adam was so shook up by it that he never took a picture. And to this day, Adam and I always used to say, or we go, Cap, I don't think anyone believes us. It didn't really happen. I said, Adam, it did happen. Trust me. I wish we could have taken a picture because nobody, seriously, even Kathy, she goes, oh, I'm not so sure about that. But trust me, it was true. And Adam and I, we used to, even though I stopped walking during COVID, but we used to text all the time. My husband and I always talked to him when he was going through his bout with cancer. We'd be on the phone with him and with his pictures. I don't know, I'm sure many of you saw it. He took pictures in the hospital. Arlene, look at this. The door closes so we have privacy when you press a button. He was like so enthralled with that. And he'd take a picture of the scenery. Oh, you can overlook the ballpark at University of Pennsylvania. This is pretty cool. So he always made positive out of some things that weren't so positive. But I'm going to miss Adam so much. And whenever I walk by a Halloween store, or walk on the Saucon Rail Trail, or go by Rita's, or pass what's it called? Shake Shack. I will always think of Adam because those were things that he absolutely loved. He was the kindest, most genuine, real person. And I was proud to be his Jewish mother and to embrace the whole Karuza family because they were wonderful. So.
Anyone else?
So I don't know how many of you know me. My name's Paul Gerhardt Jr. We were destined to be friends even before we were born. Our parents were best friends. So when Marietta met the love of her life, Adam, and we got invited to the wedding, how many of you attended that wedding that day? You remember the rain? Oh, it rained. It was muddy. But let me tell you, they definitely brightened up the day. No matter how much rain came down, how much mud we slipped in under them tents with the torpedo heaters, we kept each other's hearts warm. Adam and Marietta kept each other's hearts warm, and then came Timmy. Timmy, boy, you look like your pop. Between Pop and Mom, you got the Karuza and the Yerkes look in you, my friend. I see you, and I see Mikey when we were kids. I mean, that's just it's amazing how people can touch their lives. I still have Adam's computer magnet on my refrigerator. It just dawned on me that it's still sitting on the front. I mean, as time goes along, you know, you get a new refrigerator, you got to clean the magnets off, and when certain ones make it back. And for some reason, Adam made it back. The other 100 are in the bag and up in the attic. Adam, may you rest in peace. We all love you, my friend.
Anyone else? I'll read another one of the tributes from online from Maria Perna. I met Adam in 2009. I was celebrating my 20-year cancerversary. I thought it would be great to complete a half marathon to commemorate this milestone. Adam was one of my walking coaches. I look forward to walking with Adam and Arlene every Saturday morning. Is it Arlene or Marlene? It is Arlene. It was the highlight. It was a highlight of my week. Adam was always full of positive energy. He was always smiling and encouraged us to keep going and to never give up. As we walked, we would talk about everything and anything. He was so proud of his family. That always warmed my heart. We trained together for 2 marathons. Adam and Arlene always made sure every one of their walkers crossed that finish line. Oh, what a great feeling that was. In the time I knew Adam, I never heard him complain about anything. He was positive, uplifting, and a pleasure to be around. We lost touch over the years, but I hold these memories close to my heart. Rest in peace, my friend, until we meet again. If we could recite the Lord's Prayer together at this time. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. A little dedication. So, folks, even though we're not at a cemetery at this time, the family will have interment of his ashes at a later date. It's important that while we all gather here, that we commit him back to the earth from which he came. Adam Karuza, we gather here today as family and friends to say goodbye for a little while. You were deeply loved, and you will be dearly missed. And so we bless your body back to the earth from which it came, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. We ask, O Heavenly Father, that you open your arms to him, that you shine your face upon him and give him peace, both this day and forevermore. Amen. So folks, at this time, it's truly my honor to offer the playing of taps in honor of Adam's service to our country. Again, one of the movie reels there has a lot of the military theme to it. Do we have other veterans in the room here today? I know we have a couple. Yes, thank you for your service to our country. And if we could all stand at this time. Marietta, on behalf of the President and Congress of the United States of America, it is my honor to present this flag to you on behalf of your husband and the service to our country. Thank you so much. And folks, I'll offer a little benediction at this time. Almighty and everlasting God, the comforter of those who mourn, the strength of those who are weak, lift us up upon the wings of your eternal promise in Christ as we reflect upon the words we have heard and as we contemplate our own relationship with your Spirit. Where there is doubt, but faith. Where there is misunderstanding, provide wisdom. Where there is guilt, pour out your forgiveness. Where there is fear, instill your peace. We thank you for the good memories of the life of Adam we honor here today. All this we pray. Amen. Folks, once again, our goal of an event like this is that we grieve so that we heal. I hope that we've accomplished some of that healing tonight. Please continue to keep the family in your thoughts and prayers. Call them when you can. Leave a condolence on the website if you get a chance. If you didn't sign the book, please do so before you leave. We're not here to rush you out. We're welcome to mingle for a few minutes with the family if you get a chance to do so. And just drive safely as you adjourn tonight. God bless. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
How you doing? Good, how are you? You too, buddy. I'm sorry. It's life. Weddings, births, funerals. Dogs are good. We're down to 2. Little white dog. Congratulations. So you got a boy and a girl? Yeah. You got a boy and a girl? You got two girls. Two girls is fun. Girl that's fun. 18. 19, 18. Down at the University of Delaware. So what's going on? She's fighting with her boyfriend who's towards Washington. Trying to break up. Jeremy won't break up. I'm like, we gotta break up. I was like, well, did you guys decide that you're gonna like break up? Yeah, it was good seeing you. Sorry, it was like this. Bye, sweetheart.
So if you ever hang out with Mark, let me know.
Oh, I'll text him and say I gotta be over.
Just don't go to his house. No. 35 cats. Yeah, come.
I don't want to go to the cat rescue house. So she goes, so like I'm in that. I'm like, all right, buddy, like, go to the next store and watch it. Like, come over. I'll drive you to DC. She's like, all right. I get there at 2:30. She's like, I'm going to DC. Break it up. Break it up. It's like, okay. So look over. Drove down to DC. They figured it out. And she wasn't a mess. But I was a girl that didn't do it. Like, do you want me to go shake this kid up? Yes. Right. She's like, no, we need to break up. We need to do this thing. Stop crying. Yeah. Okay. And he's a good kid. Like, he's a good guy. We'll see. We got years for that. It'll come so quick. I didn't even bring anything. You don't have a copy? I'll call you. I'll text it's like every school. Stop trusting me. Any situation, no funny. It's really scary. Actually, so okay, this is what we're gonna do. I get the speeds and feeds, the address, the speeds and feeds, how many are we using? How I can say, most of the sounds they like, it's that, it's very simple. Hang out much longer.